Good evening and welcome to the stream. Didn't mean to click there, I did that once before, didn't I? Hello, welcome to this evening's stream. I'm late to the beard party and we are continuing to play Dragon Age Origins. And yes, we're making our way as a terrible impression of Duke Nukem. And last time we finished off the prologue, survived the events of Ostagar, made our way through... God, I've forgotten the name of the town at the beginning. Oh, yeah, so now we're at the stage where we get to pick where we go. So the first place I decided I was going to be going to was Redcliff, and had a few issues with the game last time, and it crashed just after a cutscene, and I didn't want to play through it again on the same stream, so I ended there. And yeah, we're just about to head on towards Redcliff. Before we begin, let's get the audio from the game, because the game cuts off audio when you switch to a different program. That'll be one of the benefits of having a separate machine for recording and playing, but early days for streaming at the moment. So that's why I go. Right. So let us move on. Although let's have a chat with have another chat with Cuddles.
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Can't be any stinkier than what normally goes in there.
I am going to pretend I never heard that. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
Hey, don't do it again. You're a war dog, not a nursemaid. I love the conversations. I'm gonna stay and watch.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect. Hey, trying to dig through the earth, are you? Hey, goodbye. It's gonna take a while, you know. Yeah, good dog, good dog. Goodbye. See if there's any further conversation I can have. Yes.
Not at the moment.
As you wish.
Right, let's move on to Redcliff. So, right.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'm always going to be running around with the dog. And how could I not with a dog named Cuddles? Let's go. Right, so can't get to Redcliff Castle, so Redcliff Village. Lothering, that was the name of the beginning town. So let's head over there. Are we going to get a random encounter or as we travel? Yes, we are. What are we dealing with? Darkspawn! They need to die. Whoops. You get to die as well. I just realised I'm nearly dead. Oh, I'm hexed. I can't heal. Oh. Right, now I've got an injury, so I need to deal with that. That sorts it. Okay, loot the
As you
bodies.
say. It shall be done.
Loot everything we possibly can. No reason to travel that direction. Okay. Oh, it's that way. Gotta carry on. Same direction we were going. On to Redcliff.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliff. Did I say how I know Al Eamon exactly?
Oh. Click the mouse.
Why, you his son?
No, I'm not his son. I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliff Castle, and she died when I was born. Al Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
So you're not just a bastard, you're a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does at that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
So that means you're heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
That's not really what you think, is it?
No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
Wine, wine, wine.
That was where the game crashed last week. So camera needs to be a little bit lower. That's better. Right, so what do we have around here? More stuff to loot? I should be saying it like this.
Is there more crap to loot around here?
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I'm here to see all E-men.
The Arl? Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard the oil is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arleman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Oh, great. What is this shit we're gonna have to deal with? This don't sound good. Nope, this don't look good either.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes, though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You might have known my dad, Nukem Cousland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What kind of evil are we talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me, though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
You want my help? You don't even know me.
I know Alistair, and I trust those he chooses to travel with. What do you say?
First, I got some questions.
By all means.
Isn't there a way into the castle and get to the source of this bullshit?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
Why don't you just evacuate the village?
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday, I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
Ah, shit. So what happens after tonight?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
Didn't I just ask about how to do that? Okay, I heard enough.
Then you will help us?
I don't say I got much choice, so yeah.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
The hunt for this fucking urn of sacred fucking ashes?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
I'm not sure if he's the one we met at Lothering.
What exactly are these things that keep attacking the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Nice.
Undead, spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
So what happens after the battle's over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
Okay, I got shit to do.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Right. Yes, this place has been barricaded, hasn't it?
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I'm so scared,
Ah.
Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl.
Yeah.
Want the children to
Person
hear
with
you?
question mark, exclamation mark over their head, which means side quest.
I'll return and... Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Who are you?
My name's Caitlin, my lord. Pardon my manners, but are you really a Grey Warden? Honestly?
Where'd you hear that?
I overheard someone. I don't remember who. You're very handsome. I never would have... I didn't expect... Never mind. Are you going to help us? Everyone says we're going to die tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
I can't even sleep. I close my eyes, and I see my mother being carried off. What have we done that the Maker allows this to continue?
He's an arsehole.
You got any random shit that needs doing?
It's my brother Bevan. He ran off, maybe tried to leave the village. I'm so scared those things got him.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Okay, fine, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
We have no choice.
Yep, we have no choice whatsoever. None. Okay, right. Who needs speaking to?
You know, we don't have the men.
Still no sign of them coming back
Their
from the
numbers
castle,
just keep
Murdoch.
growing each night.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray and hope for a miracle.
Yeah, there's a little glitch in the game with this character. I'm not sure what caused it, but there's a part of the conversation where it sounds like a completely different voice actor did it. It's quite a famous glitch. I'll say glitch, mistake that they made. Don't know if we're going to see it. We might do. Let's find out.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
Oh, that bottom option is horrible. Am I bad enough to take that?
Are you sure you didn't hear that we killed the king?
Could be that I did. We aren't going to turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can.
Do we?
You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
And you can call me Nukem, Duke Nukem.
Fair enough. What can I do for you?
How's morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
Okay, what jobs you got I can do?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why is he refusing to talk?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Sounds like an asshole. Nobody else can do the repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Okay.
Go away. Curse you! Leave me in peace! You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
I haven't taken anything, you bastard.
Hey? You're not Murdoch. Who are you, and what are you doing at my door?
I'm not gonna talk to you through a door. Open up.
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
No guarantees.
Done.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
The name's Nukem. Duke Nukem.
Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself up in here?
My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you're just gonna drink yourself into an early grave?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I fucking am.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her.
Provided any of us live through the night.
And what if she's already dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Fair point. Yeah, okay, I'll look for her.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Fine, I'll promise. We get into the castle, we'll look for her. That good enough for you?
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
And I suppose there's no point in me sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdoch will be pleased. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
What do you need?
Nope, didn't mean to click on him. Right, talk to Owen again, see if there's anything worth buying.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Right. He's got a surprising amount of armor and stuff. Right, nothing worth buying at the moment, so let's go and chat to Murdoch again. Hello, Murdoch.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
Anything else that needs doing?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
And who the fuck is Dwin?
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Okay, I'll look into that. Let's talk about something else.
There's not much time before sundown.
I need to speak with Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Okay.
There is one thing I do not understand, Alistair.
Just the one thing.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I'd figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Cousland perished, did it not?
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would go away.
The truth does not go away.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
Oh, I keep saying it, but I do love the banter in this game. Ah, some death fruit. Supports for these buildings almost look like they're floating. This is a 12-year-old game, so... Right, let's see. Oh, there's a house here.
There's somebody hiding in here. Whatever's inside that dresser, come out now.
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Open up.
Ah, what are you doing? All right, I'll come out.
Good.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
First, tell me what the fuck you're doing in here.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Tell me, I don't like secrets.
All right. I'll tell. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's, and grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Yeah, you had the right idea. You are indeed very brave.
Thank you, sir. But the sword is too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as someone like you.
Yeah, you'll grow up eventually. Just remember to take your vitamins. Don't worry about it.
That doesn't help us now. Caitlin says everyone's going to die tonight.
Maybe. Nothing's certain. Be brave, remember?
Yes, sir.
Where is the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Yeah, I worry about getting a better sword elsewhere.
Don't worry about it. Go back to your sister.
But Oh, alright. I guess. She'll be pretty mad at me. But I'll go.
And off he runs. I think... Yeah, that's the chest where the sword is. If you've got high enough lockpicking as a rogue, you can break in. But I'm playing Duke Nukem, not an absolute dick. Though he is a bit of a dick. What's up here? Yeah, the map for this always seemed a lot more intricate than what they made use of. Lots more doors than you can interact with. I'm going to save there, just in case. It's always worth quick saving. Let's knock on the door.
Hey! Fine, I'll use my boot.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I go where I like, unless you intend to stop me.
No, have to run the place. It's not like I could stop people like you anyway. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Murdoch says he wants you for the militia.
So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
You can either die out there or die in here now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch you won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Oh, I'm gonna be at the front line, motherfucker.
Anything worth looting in here? Unfortunately not. That was a nice short encounter there. Right. Let's see if there's anything else. Ooh. General store?
Nobody in here.
It shall be done.
Lamp oil, and lots of it. That could be useful.
Might as well take things.
Lake Calenhad, no swimming.
This might be Lake Calenhad, but can't see. Yeah, the Circle Tower is a lot further north, and I'm right. Have to look through. Hang on a minute. That's north. So, nope, the tower's not visible from here.
Ah, more stuff to loot.
Oh, nice motif there with the fish carvings.
Hey, what else can I find around here?
Right. Okay. I think the next places to go are back up the hill. Let's talk to...
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being out here.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
Want to talk about Dwin?
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
I'll be back. Need to check on something.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
I don't, but...
Well, he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar.
Right. More death routes. If I remember correctly, there's a couple of people up here in the tavern. People getting themselves shit-faced. What's around here? Nothing of interest.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Shouldn't you be in the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
Yeah, asking about the elf would probably require the camera to have actually looked at the bastard before seeing, so I'm just going to assume that we've actually spotted him.
What's that elf doing in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
How's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it.
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I should talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
A pretty girl like you should be able to do better than this.
Oh, you think I'm pretty, do you?
Yeah, where do I want to take this?
Pretty enough to help you leave if that's what you wanted.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Which way would Duke take this? Duke would want to get her into bed. Nah, that isn't an option here.
How about not ending up in another tavern?
Well, I can't promise that, but thank you. I don't really know what to say.
I should go.
Keep safe.
Right, now I've made a promise, and where's this elf? Right there.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be out with the militia?
Why? I don't live here.
Then what are you doing here?
Just waiting until I can leave again.
Heard your name's Berwick.
What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
You seem awfully nervous. Any reason for that?
No reason. I just didn't know how you knew my name. That's all.
I asked around.
Oh, I guess that, makes sense. Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I was just told to... just leave me alone.
I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
I didn't say I was a Grey Warden.
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the chantry before the sun goes down.
Stop right there. Answer my questions or else.
All right, I'll tell you. Just Don't hurt me.
Coward.
This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who were they who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Loghain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
Then what are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend this village tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
It'll only be a mercy if you survive.
Yes, the plot thickens. Ah, yes, I need to talk to Lloyd, don't I?
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope?
I got questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Yeah, it's strange you don't get an option to ask pointedly about him saying the Earl's dead.
What do you know about what's happening here?
Not a lot. Castle guards stopped coming in about a week back. It's unusual, too. They were my main source of business. After a few days, I thought it strange enough to ask. But nobody heard anything. Anyone going up to the castle didn't come back. When the first attack hit, I locked myself in the cellar. I say we just wait for help to come.
And shouldn't you be helping defend this village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
You can either die fighting in the militia or die now. Your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Some random people here for drinks. Right. Okay. I think there's a random conversation that happens over this bridge, or at least there's a trigger for one.
So tell me something, Morrigan. Did you live there in that forest your entire life?
I left it on occasion, but I always returned. Why? Is that so strange? It was my home.
But it was just you and your mother there. No one else.
Mother occasionally had company.
What? Company? Do I even want to ask?
No, you really don't.
I love how she said that. Right, I think this is Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Van Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliff. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many of these fucking monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Is there any bullshit that needs doing?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Okay, carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
No word from the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
That's where to shut him up. Right, the windmill, I believe. And a letter. Love letter from somebody. I think there's a collection of letters, love letters that you can find throughout the game. There's achievement attached to it. But it's one of those stupid collect all the random pointless items quests. Although at least with those you get something to read. See if there's anything more we can hear from Thomas.
I can't believe how relieved I was to hear you're helping us. Maybe we do have a chance to.
Don't know what he was doing there, but right, I suppose it's about time to finish up. I think we've done everything that we need to, and there's probably more that we can do, but whether it's something Duke would do, I don't think so. Ooh. I forgot about this place.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Nothing for now.
Very well.
Yeah, he is a quest character. There's a quest to go and murder a whole load of people. Deserters, I think they were. They ran away from the army, or militia I should say, and yeah, bounties got put on their heads. I think you get that quest from Denerim.
I can't believe Dwyn actually came out of that damned house of his, and he's going to help us fight.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
How's morale doing?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwyn's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I'll be back. Need to check on some shit.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
And you're probably gonna repeat all of that shit, aren't you? Next time I talk to you.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
How about a kiss from the pretty girl?
You're very sweet. I suppose there's no harm in it.
Just a polite little peck on the cheek. Traumatize the boy.
Oh my. Stay safe tonight. And good luck.
Yeah, let's have a quick chat with the band.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
I want to talk about the situation.
Of course.
Why are you in here?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Should things go amiss?
Should the monsters find their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
I got shit to do.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Let us pray. You are a stranger amongst us.
Yep.
Yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
I have my own reasons for being here.
Which doesn't include protecting innocents. Regardless, I am grateful the Maker brought you to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth asked for holy protection for his knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
If it makes them think they're gonna do better?
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery.
Yep.
Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Okay, got some bullshit for the holy boys. Let's go all the way back up the hill.
Yeah, this is causing havoc on my calves. Good thing I work out.
The Knights of Redcliff are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted some holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
She gave me these amulets. Do you think these will do?
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
Glad I could help.
I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Okay.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Right, now to head all the way back down again. Actually, let's see, what is there? It's the castle and the... Yep. Right, so, the only things I've got left to do is start the battle and deal with everything in the castle. The funny thing is, every time I've played through the game and got to this point, I've always forgotten about the quest to go look for the girl. I've never actually seen it finish, so I'm going to have to make the effort this time.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
You know what? I'm going to quit out of this conversation a moment.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Because I just want to make a save, because it's right before a very important point.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
I'm ready to make my stand. Let's wait until sundown.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, there's nothing else I want to do that the game would let me do.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
The darkness of night. That don't look good.
They're coming.
Nope, that don't look good at all.
Make ready.
Bring it on.
Light the traps. Burn these foul creatures.
Let them come through. Right, the dog is running low on health. Can't remember if he can actually use these. The dog using a health poultice. Yes, the dog can use the health items. Everyone's getting in the fire. You need to use a healing item.
I think we work well together.
The monsters are attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help!
Ah, shit.
Come on! We need to hurry!
Ah, Morgan's leveled up. Do that after the battle. It's not a cheerful piece of music at all. Ah, look, more things to kill. Let's get behind him. Okay, where's the one going up that way? Oh, that way to kill that one. Come on, we got more to kill. Done that, missed. Did you just say no fucker shall be? Like it if you did say that. Hey, get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Die, motherfucker. And you too. Let's get back over there again. There's just so many of these assholes. Die. One left. Yeah, there's a few militia. Just managed to loot them all before it moved on. I'm a bad man.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
There's still shit to do.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliff.
Sir Perth, valiant knight in the service of Arl Eamon of Redcliff, we salute you. Murdoch of Redcliff, mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Okay. One thing I've never done before is talk to these people after.
So we won the battle?
Yep.
If this is what war is like, with so many people hurt and dying, I don't want to think about what fighting the Darkspawn will be like. Van Tegan or Al Eamon will be calling for volunteers soon, won't they? They'll need an army to fight in the south now. I'll go when they call me, I guess. I'm going to get drunk first, though, if you'll excuse me.
Ah, strong man, I see. Let's see if Dwin's in here. Yes, he is.
Phew, some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place.
Why is that?
Constant fighting. A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures or Darkspawn.
Could use your help fighting the Darkspawn.
If I wanted to fight Darkspawn, I'd have stayed in Orzammar. No thanks.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero.
Yep.
Something.
Yeah, I am a hero. Yes, we have a level up to do for Morrigan. So, 3 points. Okay, she's already got one specialization. Ah, yes. I'll make use of that in the Ah, hello there. Yes. Hello there, people in Costa del Vance. Right, let's see what quests there are on Chanter's board. Okay. I'll take that. Yeah, might as well just take the lot of them. So. Right then, so then, right, those are all to go to the points marked on the maps, so... Right, that's for Van Tegan. Caravan, refugees, battlefield. Right, so... Those are things for later, but they are quests nonetheless. Let's villager over here. Probably doesn't say anything.
Begging your pardon, we have a lot more bodies to burn before we can turn in. We have to do this before rot sets in, you know.
That sounded like the mayor. I didn't see the conversation where his voice changed. That's both a good and a bad thing. Right, let's head up to the tavern. Because I made a promise up there. Get a young lady out of this town after all this shit is done. Duke. That's it. Lots of people... There's Thomas getting drunk. I don't see the elf boy, so let's go talk to what's her name? Bella. Get back here.
Too bad what happened to Lloyd. Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow. I guess that makes it my tavern now, doesn't it? And that's thanks to you, Warden. I admit, for a while I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
Don't you think I deserve a hero's welcome?
Possibly. And what kind of tip do I get out of it?
Never look at walking skeleton. A tip? What about all my natural charm?
Fine, I'll make an exception, but just this once.
That's more than the other guy gave him.
Anything I can get you?
I believe I made you a promise.
You mean about helping me leave? I wouldn't hold you to that. You've already done so much for us.
You can do better than this place.
What do you have in mind?
Then again, she's going to have her own tavern, isn't she? She's running the place.
Maybe I can think of anything better.
That's sweet of you then. But I'll stay here if it's all the same. Anything I can get you?
I need supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Right.
The Mabari Crunch.
It's a mystery why the fighting hounds of Ferelden desire treats composed partially of plant matter. The crunch is also a mystery. Right, I'll have that. I'll buy all of them. Yep, buy all of those. Buy all of those. And all of those. Right. Nope, he doesn't have anything else. Right. Well, Shia doesn't have anything else, I should say. Right then.
It shall be done.
Let's go and see Bantigan. Isn't that what Duke does? Snorks everything in everything he can find.
This hill is killing my legs.
It's the ban. Knight Commander Harris. Who's he?
Move along, friend.
Okay.
Thank you.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Oh, how convenient.
Perhaps I should have gone into the castle earlier, but I could not leave the villagers. Maker's breath.
Tigan, thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away.
It's not much of an option.
Who says she gets to this? And I need you to return with me, Tigan.
Okay.
Alone.
That audio was glitched. That's not the first time it's happened. I've already done one repair. I might need to completely uninstall and reinstall the game. I'll do that another time.
We're gonna need more of an explanation than that.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but He won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tegan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
What about Oleman? Is he still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tegan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
And why must Tegan go alone?
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tegan. Tegan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Why do I get the feeling you're not telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tegan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
Tell me about this mage you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
She got rather calm there, didn't she? Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tegan. Please.
Okay, enough questions. We need to decide what to do.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
Seems we don't have much choice, do we?
I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable.
Yep.
Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Okay.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
What exactly am I supposed to do in there?
I wish I knew. I don't know any more about this evil force than Isolde seems to. I don't think we can afford to strip any of the few defenders the village has left, just in case. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
We gotta deal with this, no matter what.
Greater evils have been loosed on the world, but I will not argue with you. But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
You too.
Right. So let's head on towards the castle. Right.
I locked myself in a cage once when I was a child. For an entire day. Ah, good times.
Yes, because Alistair grew up here.
Ah, hello, ugly fuckers. Die.
Ah, Cuddles and Alistair have both leveled up.
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
Now he's a character that you meet if you decide to play a mage. He's in one of the prologue story for that part of the game.
I'll be asking the questions around here.
Yes, I understand.
I don't want any trouble for you. Understand?
Yes, no trouble from me. I understand.
Who the fuck are you?
My name is Jowan. I'm a mage Lady Isolde hired to tutor her son Connor. Until they, threw me into the dungeon here.
And why did they do that? What did you do?
You don't know? I thought everyone knew. I poisoned Al Eamon.
Have a good rest of the evening. Bye.
And what about all the walking corpses?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliff. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
And why did you poison the Arl?
I was instructed to by Terran Loghain. I was told that Al Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
You, a blood mage? Truly? I would never have guessed.
A blood mage? Well, that isn't good.
I dabbled in the forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Loghain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible. I have to make it right somehow. I have to.
And why exactly did the Arlessa need a mage to tutor her son?
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
Maybe her son's responsible for all this shit.
I thought that too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
And why would the Arlessa give a shit about her son becoming a mage?
Because he would be taken away forever. A mage cannot inherit a title, even the son of a powerful Arl. She's also a pious woman. Her son having magic was humiliating.
Does the Arl have no idea about his son's abilities?
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
And how much did you teach the boy?
Some, but he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. Like I said, he may have torn the veil accidentally. If he's involved in this at all, I really don't know.
Yeah, I think I understand all this shit.
I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
Give me a chance, please.
So how would you make things right?
I'd try to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do.
That's commendable, if true.
I'm glad you think so. So what now?
I think you'll stay in there for now.
Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Right, got some levelling up to do. Okay, Cuddles needs a bit more. And Alistair, what does Alistair get? Let's put a couple of points in those, just to make things even. Won't take shield wall. Okay, it's about 8:30 now, so I'm going to pause there to have a short break. I will be back in about 10 minutes. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. Just need to... it's going to go silent. There we go. Just going to set up my holding screen. So, yeah, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the shit show. Hey, how you all doing here? Let's get the noise back from the game. Right. So, now to carry on through Castle Redcliff as we try to discover what happened to Arl Eamon and his son Connor. Yes, you're all ready to fight, aren't you? Ah yes, bodies galore. Ah yeah, these aren't at all going to come to life, are they? Yes, what a surprise. Die! Yeah, your face and your ass, what's the difference? Now there's loot these corpses. Yes, a ugly dead thing just happened to have a healing item on it.
It is begun.
And another one. Ah, pile of bones.
It shall be done.
Fire arrows. Nobody's using a bow and arrow here, so... Oh. A little tickle in the throat there.
There any more dead things? Let's come around this side. Oh look, more dead.
We must fight it. Let us do it quickly.
Let's beat them to shit. Oh hey, I just leveled up. And you too. Fall beneath my swords.
I think we work well together.
I shall do it. It shall be done. As you say.
What's in here?
Locked. Right, I have a level up to do. Let's see. Need level 9 for that. Dexterity 30 for that. Dexterity 2 and level 12. So, yeah, let's take that there. Right, the map.
Okay, what's in here? More death? Ah, yes. Oh, what the fuck are these things? Is that all of them? Are they dead? Fuck.
Very well.
Ah yes, this is their local chantry, which is their word for chapel in this world. Ah look, somebody's made a wooden horse on wheels. Nothing Trojan about that at all, is there? Right.
It has begun. As you say.
Oh look, we got more of these things to kill. Stop hitting me in the back. Leave my dog alone, asshole. Kill every last one of you. Oh look, there's more. More to die. Bits of dead things. Icky.
Very well. It has begun.
Yeah, woof too. What's in here? Oh dear. I don't like killing dogs, but I don't have much choice. I hate killing dogs, but they're attacking me. I do not enjoy this.
No quarter shall be given.
Ah, got a collar out of it though.
As you say.
And some war paint. Charred body. Right, let's just quickly see, because I now have... yeah, let's give him that and some war paint. Yeah, let's give him some cold resistance, so he now has some war paint on his fur. I'll sort out better armaments for the others when I have a little bit more time. Well, when I'm away from stream, because it's not that interesting watching somebody just sort out their character's equipment.
Ow, that hurt. Now you can all die. Because I'm kinda pissed off now.
Looting, looting, looting. Your love looting.
It shall be done.
Ah, here's Velena.
Please, don't hurt me.
Hey, calm down. I'm not here to hurt you.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Velena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Velena, the smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
There's a tunnel leading out of the dungeon.
But the monsters!
I've killed most of them. It's safe.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Ah, Alistair approves of this. Okay. Okay, this way leads to the basement. Oh look, more of them. Get in there and start killing. Hey, leave my dog alone. Probably safer not to go for the balls, Cuddles. You might catch something.
It has begun.
I'm nearing my carry limit. I may have to discard some shit. More stuff to loot. Right, so that leads to the basement. So let's just save here, just in case. Ah, this is the other side. It's locked. I don't have a rogue in my party to unlock everything. Oh, look.
A filthy, disgusting pile of shit. Now find some armor in it. Probably gonna need cleaning.
Right, I am not heading out to the courtyard just yet. I want to loot everything in the in this floor. So what floor are we? The main floor. Okay. Oh look. More things to find in some bodies I thought I'd searched. Okay, so... Okay, so I have to go through the courtyard. That explains a few things.
Nice of you to turn the camera around.
Save here.
I shall do it.
Yes, you will.
Okay, let's see what wants to kill us. Go!
Very well.
Okay, we killed that thing pretty fucking quick. Let's deal with these and then the others. Any more? Hey, Cuddles, lead some for me. Alistair is a kill stealer. I knew he was an asshole.
There's a revenant round here that surely has good loot. Ah, gold.
Alright. That's the way back to the village.
What else is there around here? Yeah, don't recall there being much in the way of lootable stuff in some of the side areas in this game.
Okay, on to the next area.
On the map.
Tegan, what the fuck? Okay, there's nothing wrong going on here.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is just a man, Connor. Like your father.
Oh, I am tired of hearing about him. Besides, he's nothing at all like Father. Look at him. Breathing and not dying in the slightest. I could change that, mind you.
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
So he is the evil force you spoke of.
No! Don't say that!
So, the boy has become an abomination and sundered the veil.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
I came here to stop you.
I'm not finished playing. You can't make me stop. I think it's trying to spoil my fun, Mother.
I don't think...
Of course you don't. Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me. Enemies approach.
Looks like we're gonna fight some people.
Away with you!
Unfortunately, we're gonna kill all these guards.
Push them back!
I shall do
It's your time now!
Quickly, we must fight!
Just one left.
Tegan, Tegan, are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
I'm not about to kill a kid.
Clearly the child is an abomination. There is only one way to stop it.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please, I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
Where is Connor now? Why did he run?
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room,
Or he might be waiting in ambush.
I don't know. The fighting may have scared Connor into coming out again, and so he ran.
So you're saying he may be vulnerable?
Perhaps. Is there no other way?
So what are our options?
I wouldn't normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon. If he still lives, we could speak to him.
He's down in the dungeons. He's still alive now.
Then we should bring him here immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows. Tegan, could you find him?
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
Yeah, he won't resist.
You're lucky to be alive, John. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade, without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt, and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages. But I have blood magic.
You think I'd allow to cast anything?
Maybe not. But all I'm saying is that I can do this.
I don't understand. I know nothing of blood magic. But how is that an option?
Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Is there no other method?
The power has to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It does seem like a sensible choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
There must be another way into the Fade.
You can find lyrium and more mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
Circle Tower isn't far from here.
That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mages' help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
Perhaps not then.
Still, we must make a decision.
I'm not sure the risk is worth it.
Save my son and you will be rewarded. That I promise. His life is worth more to me than anything, even my own.
Are you sure you're ready to die?
If there is even a chance to save Connor, I am.
You rest your hopes on this young mage? He poisoned Eamon, and he could take your life power and attack for all we know.
You would be a fool to try. No, I am willing to take his word. I would give my life for the chance to undo what I have done.
I still do not agree, but it cannot be my choice.
I need time to consider.
Whatever you do, do it quickly. There's not much time before Connor does something else.
What do you wish of me?
Oh yeah, I can't ask her about the ritual. I honestly thought there was a point where you could ask her, because if you do suggest that she goes in, she's just going to turn around and say, "What? Do I not get a choice in this?"
Never mind.
Let's do some looting, because there are some dead bodies here. Let's save here, because I'm really not sure what option to go for.
I've told you the only thing I can think of that might help. Until you make a decision, I think I should remain here. I can keep an eye on the boy, so to speak. If the demon rears its head, I can warn these people. Really, this is the least I can do. Once this is over, you or they can decide what to do with me.
Arf, arf, arf. Yeah, looks like the demon's having some fun.
Let us do it quick.
Keep losing the mouse.
Let us end this.
Leave my mage alone. She may be a bitch, but... Well, that was unexpected. Ah, more dead things. Chamberlain? The Chamberlain came out and fought.
The vault key. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have the best lock-picking skill, do I?
I shall do it.
Ah. Got a story gift item. Okay, let's yeah, let's just give Morrigan some extra combat ability, just so she's got better survivability. That'll do for now. Save again. So I've got that stored. So let's go and
As you say.
see if we can say hi to Connor.
Oh, nothing bad happened here.
Careful! I think they've seen us!
Well, that's an understatement. Eat shit and die.
Right.
Oh, there's more. More things to kill. These things aren't even using weapons.
I shall do it.
Pathetic.
Right, so I think Connor's around that area. So I'm going to head back this way.
Careful! I think they've seen us!
Let's get in there and kill these things.
Got a feeling my inventory is almost full. That's locked, isn't it? Yep. Okay, now that's everything on that side.
Let's go find the little boy.
There he is.
Go away. She won't like you being here. She'll just try to hurt you.
I'm not afraid of being hurt.
I know. I think the scary lady is afraid of you. She says you'll ruin everything. I can't hear her now, but she's never very far. I tried to stop her, but I can't. She said she'd help Father. I didn't think she'd hurt everyone. Honestly, I didn't.
I'm not here to cuddle you.
What does that mean? People always say things I don't understand.
Do you know what she is?
She's a bad person. I heard her in my dreams, and then she was everywhere.
She's not a person, she's a demon.
Sometimes she's nice. She says she just wants to help me, but then she gets very mean. Demons are liars.
Does she have a name?
She won't tell me. She says names have power.
I want to stop her, but I don't want to hurt you.
But somebody has to stop her from hurting anyone else.
There is another way.
I don't know how much longer she'll be gone for, but she's always watching. She won't let you near Father. She'll just come back again, and then... just tell everyone to stay away, especially Mother. I don't want her to see me like this.
I'm gonna help you, kid. Make that a promise.
Alright. Please, hurry.
I want to ask you something.
Alright.
Why did you come up here?
The scary lady went away, and everyone was fighting. So I ran to my room. Then she made me come here. She wants to be near Father.
Why won't the demon let anyone get near the Owl?
Because they would take him away. She says as long as Father's here, people will keep coming for him. People like you, I guess. She wants to... hurt you. She likes to hurt people, and it scares me.
Can you control the creatures?
No. She's the one who does that. Not me.
Tell me how this happened to you.
After Mother put Jowan in the dungeon, I snuck into his room. I found his books, the ones he wouldn't let me read. I wanted to help Father. I shouldn't have tried, I guess. But Mother was so sad, and I wanted to make her happy. Then the bad lady started talking to me, in my sleep. And when I would wake up, I'd have done things I didn't remember. It's all my fault.
Never mind.
You should go. She'll come back soon.
I need to go.
Will Father be alright? Mother said they'd send help eventually. I hope it's soon.
This ain't good.
So the owl is up there. It's in here. Nothing of interest. Let's see.
No! Don't go near him! She'll get angry! She'll get...
Okay, go with me now.
No quarter shall be given.
Not be defeated.
Now we do that. No quarter shall be given.
Yeah, things are getting gnarly now. Demons are getting bigger. More burny. Ow, ow, ow.
Stop! Don't hurt him! Please, have mercy on him. He's just a boy.
He doesn't deserve this.
Would you rather the demon keep your family hostage?
No, of course not. But this is my son's life. There must be another option. The Circle must know some spell, or we could bring him to the cathedral in Benelem. They could exorcise him. Make her help me. There must be some other way. Don't kill my baby. I'm begging you.
Yeah, they really wanted to get the thing through, didn't they? What about your husband? What if the Earl dies?
Don't ask me to choose between them. I can't do that. What if he was your son? Surely you would move mountains to save him?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this. Connor? Connor, can you hear me? It's Mother.
Mother. It hurts so bad. Oh, it hurts.
It's all right, darling. We'll find a way to stop the demon. Can you stand up?
Fool woman! If I crushed Father's throat, would you watch? Would you cry? You are pathetic.
No, don't. Don't talk like that. Connor, come back. Please, don't go.
I'm sorry I called her Mother. It hurts. Make it stop.
I will, baby. I will. I'll make the pain stop. Please. Leave me alone with him. You were right. He can't be helped.
You don't need to do this. I can do it for you.
You are a stranger. This is not your responsibility. I am his mother. I brought Connor into this world. Let me do what must be done. I beg you.
As you wish.
Mother, it hurts.
Everything's going to be all right, baby. Just close your eyes for Mother.
She just happened to have a knife there. She just happened to have a knife.
Done.
I'm sorry.
Andraste, have mercy on his soul. I wonder just how long Eamon will survive, now that the demon cannot sustain him. Will I lose my whole family, do you think? Enough. I wish to mourn my son now. Give me that at least.
Well, I didn't actually think that'd go that way. He's still glowing. Seems like a terrible waste of boats. Could have put them all on one. Oh well. Ah yes, that's disrespectful of me, isn't it?
So it is over. Connor is dead, and the demon gone with him. With its creatures vanquished, the castle is back under our control. I thought I'd never see my brother again.
My son, your nephew, is dead. Do not forget that in your great relief, Tegan.
How could I, my lady? Eamon has much to mourn if he recuperates. There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Why are you asking me?
You spoke with him, have you not? You know what he has done better than I do, even.
Would you find him useful?
I would not trust him, but I would not presume to tell my brother what to do.
Do what you think best with him.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
Isn't there something else? What about magic?
It has been tried, and we will continue trying. Perhaps the demon's absence will make a difference. However, the relic is another option.
My husband funded the research of a scholar in Deneran, a brother Genetivi. He has been studying the inscriptions on Andraste's birth rock. When Eamon fell ill, I sent the knights to speak to Genetivi. I hoped that he had finally discovered the location of the urn of sacred ashes itself. They were unable to locate Genetivi. In desperation, I sent more knights in search of the brother, or some clue of the urn's location.
And what are you going to be doing while I'm out there?
I must organize Eamon's knights as they return, draft new soldiers, and prepare the army to fight. I shall hand Redcliff back to Eamon when he awakens, and in a state where it can be of some use in the coming war. Truly, what other choice do I have?
Well, looks like I'm going looking for this fucking relic.
No one else can. Even if I wish to do it myself, I cannot abandon Redcliff to its own devices. Perhaps you could seek out the brother's home in Denerim and see if any clues remain on his whereabouts. It is the only place to begin the search, I think. I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
The castle is restored, but my son is forever lost. You will forgive me if I do not leap for joy.
Sorry it had to come to that.
I'm sorry too. Much of this was my fault. I do not hold you responsible for any of it. Go in peace and do what you must.
Nothing in here worth looting. Good thing too, because I'd probably offend everybody. Right. Let's finish off some stuff in Redcliff. Yep. Oh. Ooh. Right, I think my inventory is now full. Which way was it to the exit? Oh, this way. I'm not reading the map properly, am I? Okay. Tegan's probably down in the main hall. Let's go see if we can talk to him. Should be this way. Ah, there he is.
You return. Might you have news?
Are you calling Eamon's knights back?
Yes, but they are returning slowly. No doubt the war's progress, as well as the Darkspawns, hinders many of them.
What is the Earl's condition?
Unchanged, I'm afraid. We've tried more magical healing, but nothing works. As time passes, I become more and more convinced the urn might be our only hope.
I should go.
Then I must resume my duties. The civil war continues, and Loghain is no doubt angered Redcliff has not been disabled. Good luck, my friend. I hope this continues to go well for all our sakes.
Me too.
Right, so be this way. Right, we have a certain blacksmith to go and say hi to. So I've never actually saved his daughter before in any of my previous playthroughs.
Yeah, somebody will clean up those bodies. Maybe.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best.
And the most expensive. Just get it done.
He's an elf. Humans don't like elves. Right. Let's see how things are going down here. Only thing I've got to do here is speak to Owen about his daughter Valena, who should have survived. If she hasn't, then, well, shit.
I shall do it.
My Valena returned. She told me of your daring rescue. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Take this. A reward for your deed. It's dwarven made and should serve you well.
Dwarven armor? Fuck yeah, I'll take that.
Thank you again. I'm forever in your debt.
And I think my equipment is overloaded, 101 out of 100. So I need to sell some shit, which I will do off stream. Cuddles has had a level up, so... seems I accidentally put a point into willpower. Yeah. Actually increases stamina, so that will still be useful. Okay, talk to her.
Thank you, kind sir. I'd never have been able to return to my father if it wasn't for you.
Can't offer any more gratitude, can she?
Right. Ooh. Have I completed one of these?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Yes, I just completed one. Ah! Nothing new there. Ooh.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something you want from me?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
And what exactly do you want from me?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
And they just happen to know where I am? Fine, I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Ah. Except that one. No. That, I think, actually has one here in Redcliff. Maybe not. Let's go and have a look up here. I seem to recall one of the guys being up in that room. Like Samael.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Ah, right, okay.
Very
He's
well.
a different quest.
It has begun.
Okay. Right. Let's just do one last thing and see if there's anything going on in the tavern. Doubt it, but that'll be the last thing I check.
Anything I can get you?
Now she go.
Good luck to you then.
That will do me, I think. Right. Okay. It's about 9:45 now, so I'm going to be finishing up. It's a good point to finish. I have an idea of what's going to be happening next. Need to decide where we're going next as well. We've got the Dwarven City of Orzammar. We've got the Tower of Mages. Got Denerim. There's the Dalish Elves. And that's all part of the main story. Each one of those is quite lengthy, especially the Dwarven one. Bloody heck, that's that's probably going to be 2 or 3 streams on its own. The Tower of Magi, if it wasn't for the dream section, that would be doable in 1 stream. Denerim's got some stuff there. That's kind of ends up being an end game thing. So let's just get rid of the audio from the game. So, let's see. Just set that up. And, yeah, let's have a look. Is there anyone worth streaming? Doesn't seem to be at the moment. Let's check elsewhere. There is someone there. Doesn't seem to be coming up in OBS, though, for some reason. Right, so yeah, I think this is going to be a yeah, gonna go raid a friend of mine. He's recently had a rebranding on his channel. He used to be known as Lost in the Warp Pipe, but has changed to Maticus Finch. Can't actually remember what the reference is to, but I think he said something about it. The original name was a bit of a mouthful. But rebranding is everyone's choice. I think it's quite a fun name. So yeah, he's currently playing Blair Witch. So yeah, we're going to see if we can go raid him, and yeah, see how his stream is going. So yeah, thanks for joining. Hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back on next week at around about 7 p.m. GMT, continuing with this silly thing that I'm doing at the moment. And in the meantime, join me over at Matt's stream and have a good week. Bye.